tournaments. He's been in the winner's circle.
Brian.
1995 when he won the Dick Weber Classic in Richmond, Virginia. He's made 3 shows this year, 11 titles overall.
Now the straight trajectory of David Ozio, the classic form, starting out with a strike.
The exciting Brian Himmler, if he gets it going, look out.
You see a much different form, much more of a contemporary power player. A light hit for Ozio, carries, and then the Chief comes right back with that light hit, scattering the pins.
Himmler with the 1 PBA national title that qualified him for the Tournament of Champions, 5 regional championships through a couple of 300 games this week. Second frame. Light.
And pin not responding. It'll be no better than a spare for Brian Himmler in the second frame. We'll see the ball going down the lane, making the break hard into the pocket. 6-pin lays in the channel, and the messenger goes in front of the 10-pin. He'll throw hard and straight at the 10.
No problem making that spare in the second frame for Himmler after opening up with a strike. Now Ozio, 45 years old, out of Beaumont, Texas, won the 91 Tournament of Champions.
Carbon copy of his first strike coming in light once again, Phil. Ozio fired up. Ball coming in late, but just hooks up enough to scatter around. Those are the 3-pound, 10-ounce pins.
This is the first tournament they used the gold pins throughout the entire tournament.
And there was a lot of the guys thought that because the pins were moving so fast that they actually kind of helped this week. Now the 2 and the 5 will not fall. And, you know, for Ozio coming in light in the first and second frames, Phil, I'm really kind of surprised he didn't make an adjustment to get his ball a little fuller up into the pocket. There's Lisa Ozio, David's wife. Saying hi to her mom, I believe.
Almost a backup ball.
Well, Ozio, a very talented player, keeping it on line. Lisa pleased to see the spare, but she'd love to have a strike there.
Himmler up in the third frame, down by 8. Just the 7-pin.
Kind of unlucky for Himmler as this ball goes down the lane. You see just a lot of pins scattering around toward that 7. But he thinks he's got a good chance. Didn't quite get there.
No problem with that spare.
You know, Brian Himmler and David Ozio, they've got some history together. Many years ago, when Brian was just in his early teens, David Ozio did a bowling camp, and Brian was the student, David the teacher. Now Himmler trying to teach Ozio a lesson.
Himmler again won earlier this year in Albuquerque. Defeated Chris Barnes for the championship. Barnes on top this week.
Very similar to the last frame. Ball coming in late. A lot of oil on the lanes this week, Phil. You don't see the big back ends, the big hard turn into the pocket. Right tight up to those pins. You'll see the 5-pin, the last to go. 7-pin standing there solid.
So a spare in the fourth frame for Himmler. Himmler trails by 10 in the opening match of the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. Boy, those ribs look good. I'm hungry. Ozio up in the fourth frame.
He's taking a re-rack. Didn't like the way the pins were spotted. And generally, Phil, what they look at, the pros, is the 1 and the 3 pin on the right-hand side. Might have been a little bit closed, too close together, or maybe opened up a little too far apart. Very important to have the pin sitting just right. Probably more important from a mental standpoint.
How many re-racks a game are you allowed?
Only allowed 2. Ozio's down just 1. Solid 10 pin. Boy, he liked that off his hand. Now let's take a look at a Dexter footwork of the pros, and David Ozio's got as beautiful an approach as anybody you're ever going to see. 5 steps, heel toe, nice solid shoulder high backswing, and a good slide. Just as good as you'd like to see it. That's a Dexter footwork of the pros, and Ozio takes care of the 10 pin.
So a 9-pin advantage for Ozio after 4 frames.
Certainly Ozio's best shot in the 4th frame with a solid 10.
Moves it up light.
Oh, after 4 season.
Well, he comes up light, and, you know, I really feel like, you know, the importance of this tournament makes each shot that much more difficult to throw, that much more probable that you're going to squeeze a little bit more and not get the good loose roll.
Ozio said no comparison, biggest tournament of the year, best of the best.
Take a look at the Ozio family. That's Heather, Haley, and Lisa Ozio, Mom. They're all excited about watching David bowl today. God, I've known those girls since they were born. They're growing up.
You never get older. Himmler, strike in the 5th frame. Coming right back.
Himmler making his best shot of the match here in the 5th frame.
Himmler 9 and 8 on television, 213 average, and 9 appearances. His 3rd TV appearance this year. Won in Albuquerque, finished 4th at the track Dexter Open in Canandaigua, 300 game this week.
Strike here can take the lead. Brian Himmler flush in the 5th frame and flush again in the 6th frame. He's pumped up.
Ozio, 2 strikes to start the match, then 3 spares.
Ozio's not just going to let Himmler walk away with this. Trailing by 3 pins. I believe he's asking for another re-rack, and at least he got him out of the way.
Sometimes you like to save him maybe for the 9th and 10th frames, in case maybe off spot just a bit.
Well, I would think generally you would, but he wants to do it right now. He wants to make sure he gets an opportunity to get through this match. Excuse me, Phil.
First time qualifiers. Chris Barnes, of course, on top. Brian Himmler seated 4th. Jason Hurd, boy, he had 300 games this week. Dave Watka, Mark Masabi, Rick Lawrence, who ran the table to win his very first tournament, and Tommy DeLutz. Ozio up in the 7th. And slices him off the table there. 7-pin. Knocks it out. A double for Ozio. Himmler down by 7.
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
And we're back here in Overland Park, Kansas. Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. Brian Himmler down by 7, working on a double up in the 7th frame, taking on David Ozio. The winner to face Roger Bowker.
Both players seem to have settled in the last couple of frames. Last 2 shots, high flush. That's got to hurry. Oh, and it does.
So that's 3 in a row for Himmler. Himmler with 3 in a row. Ozio with 2 in a row. A 3-pin advantage for Himmler.
Oh my.
Ringing 10 pin.
Now Himmler swung that ball a little further to the right. It made the hard charge back up into the pocket, but the 6-pin goes around the bottom of the 10-pin. The nemesis, the ringing 10.
Himmler right now clinging to a tenuous 2-pin lead over Ozio. Picks up the spare.
Brian's wife, Alicia, flew in from Cincinnati to watch Hubby Bowl. She'd have been smiling even more at that 10-pin fall.
Ozio up in the 8th frame, working on a double. Gets him to go.
Ozio getting excited. Ball come in light into the pocket. The 5-pin will go to the left. He'll take out the 4 and the 7. That's 45 years of experience getting pumped up.
And he's up by 8, heading into the 9th frame. Ozio Player of the Year in 1991 when he won over $225,000, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 95.
Oh boy, getting the light roll of the pins. I really would have thought Ozio would have made an adjustment to get further into the pocket, but, well, he likes it light right now. Taking advantage of the light hit, the powerful ball, shaking him up. I think he liked it.
Himmler up in the 9th, down by 18.
Oh, yeah.
He's fired up.
7-pin, the last pin to fall over. He tripped the 10 out, and that's what the bowlers look at. Is if the 10 is going to fall on the right-hand side, it tripped out, the 7-pin, the last one to fall. Himmler with the opportunity to shoot 237. Ozio can shoot 255, so Ozio certainly in the driver's seat, but
not over. Down by 8.
Now that strike right there forces Ozio to at least mark in the 10th frame. One more strike, Ozio would have to throw a strike in the 10th frame to win this match. Watch the power of Himmler as it comes back into the pocket, just slices him up. He's got a lot of fire on his own, too.
Second shot in the 10th frame for Himmler.
To take the lead. He's got it.
All right, possible 237 for Himmler.
That was a big time
With
double.
a strike here.
And right now, Himmler needs to get 8 pins. 8 pins would force Ozio to throw the first strike in the 10th frame. 7 pins, or actually could be a tie.
At John Byrne Painting, the difference is in the detail. Since 1978, John Byrne has been your trusted leader in interior and
Average 227 on this television pair this week.
26-year-old Brian Himmler.
10 pin.
That's enough. 236 for Himmler. Ozio right now needs a strike. Anything less, Himmler will go on to face Roger Bowker.
So Ozio taking a little extra time. Biggest shot he's had in years.
Without a doubt, blowing out a little air, trying to compose himself. Oh, and a 7-10, unbelievable shot for David Ozio, high flush in the pocket. Brian Himmler will go on to our next match against Roger Bowker.
That was one.
Boy, David
unusual
Ozio put it right
things
in the
ever.
pocket.
Now watch this. This is flush into
Yeah.
the pocket. I mean, just pass flush. 7 and the 10. Very,
Wow.
very
And
unusual.
look at Himmler's
And a
reaction.
sigh of relief from Brian Himmler. He cannot believe it.
Well, Himmler has knocked out one opponent, that being David Ozio.
That was a great match.
However, a long way to go for the Chief.